back to the excitement of the NBA. Grizzlies basketball is presented by FanDuel Sportsbook. From Gainbridge Fieldhouse in downtown Indianapolis, the Grizzlies start the stretch run of this NBA season as they take on the Indiana Pacers. Pacers are fourth in the East. The Grizzlies are second in the Western Conference. Hello again, everybody. Pete Pranica, Brevin Knight on hand. Rob Fisher will join us momentarily. Brevin, for our Southland Player Spotlight, we put it on the Grizzlies All-Star, a two-time All-Star now. Jaren Jackson Jr. has Indiana State ties as well, having a career year scoring the basketball. But not only does he give you 20 points, he gives you at least a block and a steal every game.
Yeah, you're talking about two-time All-Star Jaren Jackson Jr. You're talking about all-NBA talent Jaren Jackson Jr., and he has played like it the entire season. You talk about he's not one-sided and how he's able to contribute to this team. On the offensive end, he still is able to take guys off the dribble and finish it around the rim, whether it is the lefty floater, the reverse pivot back to his right hand, or he's very adept at knocking down trail threes. Jaren's going to continue to be aggressive offensively for this Grizzlies team, but he's also going to have to be ready for more double teams. So at the last two games going into the All-Star break, he's going to have to be very good in those situations. And on the defensive side, continue to block shots the way he has, and the steals have become a huge part of his game.
Indiana's a big pick-and-roll team, and they use Miles Turner both as a pick-and-pop and as a pick-and-roller. Longest tenured Pacer at 10 years here in Indianapolis.
It's almost one of those bigs that has been forgotten about in
under
the
radar for sure.
Hey, very much under the radar, but what he does is what you saw right there. The same way Jaren walks into threes is how Miles Turner does the same, but he also rolls to the basket, and he is a huge target when he rolls to the basket, whether he gets all the way to the rim to finish or in the mid-post. You see the athleticism there. On the defensive side, you have to get into his body. If you allow him the space, then his length becomes a great asset for him in terms of blocking, altering, and changing shots. He is a very good basketball player. See if the Grizzlies can run the floor extremely well with him. Zach Edey is going to have to be extremely physical with him throughout this game.
Yeah, Miles Turner, a fixture in the top 10 in blocks per game. We'll continue our preview of tonight's matchup between the Grizzlies and the Pacers with the pinnacle effective advice of the game. That's on the way when we return to Indianapolis. Grizzlies and Pacers. It's all yours next on FanDuel Sports Network. Grizzlies starting their three-game road trip in America's heartland as they take on the Indiana Pacers. Time now for the pinnacle effective advice of the game. Pinnacle Financial Partners, play hard, bank easy. Brevin, we still have to talk about turnovers?
We're going to talk about turnovers until the Grizzlies win an NBA championship, because at this point in time, it is the Achilles heel for this team. We know that there may be the number, but they have to do a better job of not allowing opponents to go large off of those turnovers.
And as you head down the stretch of the season, you really want to focus on your identity.
And for this Grizzlies basketball team, we know exactly who they are. First and foremost, they like to play at a certain pace. And when they play at that pace, they move the ball extremely well on the offensive end. And on the defensive side, they force turnovers with the best of them. And when they force, they convert at a high clip. And so if they're able to play with pace, move the basketball within the half-court sets, play in full court basketball, but also attacking the rim by getting extra possessions, they have these type moves. And Desmond Bane might get two in the game again.
Grizzlies lead the Grizzlies in Indiana to take on the Pacers. Let's meet the starting lineups for both teams presented by Ortho South. Grizzlies coming off a loss last Wednesday against the Clippers. They'll line up with John Morant, Desmond Bane, Jalen Wells, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Zach Edey for head coach Taylor Jenkins, winningest coach in franchise history. Grizzlies 36-18, Pacers 30-23. Indiana lines up with Halliburton, Nembhard, Nesmith, Pascal Siakam, and Miles Turner for Rick Carlisle. He's not only the winningest coach in Pacers history, he's the winningest coach in Dallas history as well.